Whoop. Okay, I know we've got 2. We might have 3 out today. It's weird because I know they eat, but I come out here and I call their name. They're like, "Squirrel-E!" And they come running after like a minute or 2, if they are in the area. So, pretty fascinating. But if it's late in the day, they don't come out at all. I'm not going to shoot a lot of video today. That's Squirrel-E. There you go. This is the first time feeding Squirrel-E almond butter. Trying to figure out how to do it. I don't want it to get hurt. Go on. Alright, so I went to Costco, where I go every day. Hey, is that good? He's kind of nervous up there. Let me move it. Let me move it. What the heck are those? Walnuts, pecans, I don't know. I try to give the almond butter, but I don't want to get my hands too close to the squirrel, and I don't want to scare the squirrel, and the squirrel is kind of nervous right now. So I don't know how to put a plate of this stuff near them. You can't really put it on a fence because they'll scrape their tongue. You can't put it on the cinder block because they'll scrape their tongue. So I just thought, let me give a plate of nuts to the squirrel. Probably going to knock it over the fence and into the dirt, but I'm going to try. Squirrel came out. Is that adorable? I know people think that rats are mice, but they're squirrelies. So I think the squirrel's eating the nuts, obviously, and all the nuts are soaked in the almond butter. I bought the Kirkland brand almond butter, which is strictly roasted almonds. It doesn't appear that there's salt or any other stuff in there. There's a Kirkland peanut butter that's got a bunch of junk in it, even though it's organic. But this is the... I'm waiting to see if he knocks the plate off the wall. That's what I'm worried about. Oh my God, he put his paw on the plate to hold it. But if he keeps doing that, he's going to knock it over. So there's a lot of nutrients in this plate of nuts and almond butter. There's fat. They need fat. We all need fat to keep going, but there's really no salt or sugar or junk in it. So Squirrel-E seems very happy. He would not come out. She would not come out. I can't tell the difference. I zoom in on the face. I just can't tell the difference. I was looking on the internet between eastern gray squirrels, western gray squirrels, and red squirrels, or whatever they call them. And I thought that we had gray squirrels here, but obviously we don't. These are not gray squirrels. Gray squirrels are California squirrels. But we're out of focus really bad. But they like to stay in trees, which this one does. They like to stay away from people, which this one does. They like to be in certain acorn trees, which this one does. So this is really no different than the eastern gray, from what I can tell. But Squirrel-E's having a great old time eating all of this. I think I'm going to shut off the camera. I don't really want to post more Squirrel-E videos for a couple hours. But, oh, he got some nuts. He's happy. Because he can't really get to the almond butter, because, as you saw, all the nuts are on top of the almond butter. So he's getting almond butter and nuts. Or she. And very happy. Okay, now let me zoom over here to the tail. We got a lot of birds over here. I posted a video yesterday of the lizard. Squirrel-E looked at the lizard, walked towards it, and had no interest. So, whoop, that plate almost fell, and Squirrel-E ran. I looked up, and I saw two squirrels following each other on the phone line, and I knew that was going to be a fight for my nuts. So, the squirrel looked, this was the front one, and I said, keep going. It's amazing. I don't think they listened to me, but the other one stopped behind him, and I said, come here. And he did. And so what we're doing now is we're feeding this squirrel nuts. And I put some nuts over here. So this squirrel is grabbing his nuts and running and hiding them. And this squirrel is eating. So I think they store so much food. The amount of food that I give them every day, it's just insane. And I'm not the only place they're getting food from. So they're storing their food, and then they come out and they eat so they can survive. And then, so, you know, oh, here we go. Hey. Really is really scared because the other squirrel chased him, or chased her. And I said, you stop that. And the squirrel looked at me and ran up the pole. You've got this squirrel, and I don't know who, I can't tell them apart. So that squirrel is eating, and this squirrel is scared out of his mind. Scared, but he's up there on the foot post, eating. And then the other one ran away from me when I said, you stop that. So I don't know who is who, so I don't know who's the one who is the aggressor here. But poor Squirrel-E is hiding, so that's probably the victim. I'm guessing this is the aggressor, and I don't know why, because there's food everywhere. There's just food all over the place. Over there, that one squirrel was eating a ton of that food and then went over to fight with the other. So I'm going to hide the food even further away. Squirrel-E is hiding, very scared. And the other one has I believe has a nest a little bit lower in the tree. But this one's up on the pole now. And this Squirrel-E just grabbed more nuts. So this is not making me happy because I put out enough food so they can all eat. And look at that, there's nuts over there. There are nuts over there. There are nuts over there. Oh my gosh, there's another squirrel up on the foot peg, on the phone pole. He or she was eating, and the other squirrel came charging. All right. Oh my God, the birds are flying. I see what it is now. I never knew. Oh. Okay, so the squirrel just took off. What's going on is we've got these crows, and they come in to do a dive bomb, and all the birds go flying away. And Squirrel-E took off. I don't believe it. The squirrel's back up the pole. This is just insane. It's like a war out here. There is so much food. The crows won't leave the squirrels alone. Can I get them? The crow, that's the one that has a nest up in the top of the tree. The crows will not leave anybody alone, and the squirrels keep picking on each other.